Moscow, 12:16:40. And so I'm seeing the physical separation. I confirm GSO 1-2 in attitude 1-2, arm R7 command. I'll put it in work now.
And as you can see, Soyuz MS-07 now backing away from the International Space Station. That undocking happened right on schedule at 4:16 a.m. Central Time as the space station and Soyuz were over Mongolia.
Mode is off. And I confirm GSO in attitude and separation of the Soyuz from ISS. R7 executed, and I am monitoring using wide angle, switching to page 43. Okay, 43. 1 minute has elapsed.
That 4:16 undocking officially wraps up the Expedition 55 time at the International Space Station. NASA's Scott Tingle, Japan Aerospace Exploration Agency's Norishige Kanai, and Roscosmos's Anton Shkaplerov spent 166 days on board the station since their docking to the Rosvet module on December 19th. And again, that undocking came at 4:16 a.m. Central Time, 253 miles above Mongolia. Soyuz now in attitude control, no longer relying on the space station to orient in space, and at just another minute or so, we'll be seeing the first separation burn. That'll last 8 seconds and move the Soyuz away at a rate of about 1.2 miles per hour.
2 minutes elapsed. Once we're at 3 minutes, at the stopwatch. Okay, stopwatch, 3 minutes. Thrusters will be on for 8 seconds. Fifteen seconds prior to depot activation.
Great view here of the Soyuz from the cameras on board the International Space Station as it's moving away from the Rosvet module, which it just undocked from. Again at 4:16 a.m. Central Time.
Depot operation. Copy. 5 seconds. And in 8 seconds, the approach and attitude control thrusters operation is off. VSCAR maneuver. I'm monitoring the maneuver. GSO in attitude is off.
First separation burn that lasted 8 seconds, done now, and another one coming up to last 15 seconds. That'll increase the speed to 3.4 miles per hour compared to the International Space Station. All this, again, getting it ready to get to a sufficient distance from the space station so that the deorbit burn can be performed at 6:47 a.m. Central.
General GSO. In 20 seconds, I'm standing by for depot activation for 15 seconds. Copy. Uh, 10 seconds prior to depot activation. Copy. I confirm depot operation. The indicator is illuminated. 5 seconds.
Second separation burn now beginning. Again, that'll last 15 seconds.
15. Depot operation is off. Is not illuminated. And I'm monitoring. I keep left command matrix, left field.
And that second burn now complete. Everything looking good as the Soyuz continues moving further away from the International Space Station. Inside we have NASA's astronaut Scott Tingle, Japan Aerospace Exploration Agency's Norishige Kanai, and Roscosmos cosmonaut Anton Shkaplerov, who will be the commander for the Soyuz today. With the 4:16 a.m. Central Time undocking, that gets us on target for deorbit burn, coming up at 6:47 a.m. Central Time.
A11 and A13. I'm sending A11 now. Okay, it has been sent. And the K1, K2 is not illuminated. D8 on SSVP. D8 command executed. Monitoring. D11, D17, G17 not illuminated. S11. Is not illuminated as well. Okay, deactivate the Vizir Pechal by sending V18 command. Okay, has been executed. It's not illuminated. Okay, it is not illuminated. And go ahead and deactivate the headlight by sending S18 command. Okay, route, translational hand controller in stilled position. Headlight is not illuminated. Okay, copy. And we keep monitoring. And you can go ahead and stow route. In insert configuration.
With that successful 4:16 undocking from the space station, we're getting a few questions about what happens next from people using the Ask NASA hashtag. This one coming from Thunderous Thon 2, asking what's the total time it takes for the Soyuz from the time it leaves the space station to when it lands on Earth. And since it undocked at 4:16 and we're expecting it to land at 7:40, if you do the math, that means that it takes just a little under 3.5 hours to get from the space station back to the landing site in Kazakhstan. And then that leads us to another question, this one also from Twitter, coming from Tejas 2020, asking where is the Soyuz going to land. And we have a map that we can show you to give you a little bit more information on that. The Soyuz always lands in Kazakhstan, in an unpopulated area on the steppes of Kazakhstan, this time southeast of Jeskazgan. And you can also see that it'll be passing over Baikonur, which, in addition to being kind of in the ballistic landing region, or a little above it, is where the next crew scheduled to come to the space station is preparing for launch right now.
Command, Moscow. Yes, you're going to send GF4 command from input 2. Okay, I'm going to send it from input. Control panel 2. GF4 command. Transmit display is deactivated. The command has been sent. And TV mode to on is. Should I put it in work? Yes.
You can see how quickly the Soyuz is moving away from the International Space Station, having just undocked at 4:16. Now, 10 minutes later, it's basically a dot in the distance from this view of a camera on board the International Space Station. It's continuing to move away, and in the interest of getting into place for its 6:47 a.m. Central Time deorbit burn.
Well, it switched to green. Copy.
Передача можно отжать?
So can I depress the transmit button, transmission button?